All right, welcome in everybody. Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the Dirty Old Bastards Wicked Cushion 360 Series tonight. Way out Pennsylvania, Williams Grove Speedway. We got a lot of guys checked in here tonight. Don't quite have an accurate count on the number. Having some technical difficulties with a couple of small items, but that's going to go away pretty fast here, I'm sure. Just waiting for iRacing to update just a little bit. We are bringing you to trackside now. Just had to wait because Trading Paints is still doing its thing. I love it. It's my favorite thing in the world. I'm just kidding. Welcome in, guys. Likes and shares. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Double show for you tonight. Same track. Just gonna do it 2 times. They're winding out the practice session right now. Looks like we're going to have in excess of 50 cars in here for this one. And as always, it is time for the national anthem.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, thank you, Mr. Foley. Heat race number 1 already rolling off the grid. They got through qualifying extremely quick tonight. A little quicker than we're used to. Good for them. On the pole, the Dirty Old Bastards, number 93 of the Catfish, Chris Robertson. On his outside, the Wicked Relief Gun with CDB, number 25 of Kevin Click. Row 2 on the inside, the Kinzer Sim Racing Team DRC, number 311 of Alex Smolders, and on his outside, the Casey Kane Sim Racing Factory Kane, number 00 of Tim Smith. Row 3 on the inside, Pace Performance Products, number 34 of Ryan Pace, and on his outside, the number 88 of John Harper. Row 4 on the inside, the Wicked Relief Team SETI, number 84 of Billy Rowley, and to his outside, the number 200, that is William Brickley. Row 5 on the inside. Says 322, but I can't. Oh, there he is. I do see that car. That's Robert Schaefer on the inside of the back row. With the Toledo Rocket, Chris Brenner to his outside, and the Casey Kane Wicked Energy Gum number 70 machine. And on the back row by himself will be the 53 of Brian Reich. They're going to go green this time off turn number 4. 10 laps, top 4 transfer straight to the A main. Everybody else headed for the soup. Heat race number 1 about to go live. There goes Chris Roberts on the gas. Green flag, and we're underway. Session number 1 of the Dirty Old Bastards Wicked Cushion 360 Series. Alex Smolders with the slide job from inside to out from that 3rd position. Looks like Smolders going to try to grab 2nd away from Kevin Click, and he has done so. Heading into turn number 3 on the high side. 3 wide. Tim Smith on the bottom. Click stuck in the middle. Keeps Smolders in the spot now. Tim Smith trying to work across in front of Click on the crossover. Smith trying to throw the slide job, and they just traded spots. Harper hits the fence off 2. It's going to keep that car going straight. No caution flying yet. Down the front stretch. Click into the 3rd spot. Put Tim Smith back on the bubble right there. He's the 4th and final transfer car. Smolders got around to the lead on the outside of Chris Roberts. Roberts still sitting in the 2nd spot. Now Click trying to put the challenge on him. These guys completing 3 of the 10 laps in the heat race so far. You see 2nd, 3rd, and 4th on the screen. Off the left side, just wait your leader. 0.7 of a second ahead of the rest of these guys. Chris Brenner now working his way into the 5th spot. New paint on that 9 car. I'll have to figure out what is on that car for this particular race. Was not given any information that he was changing sponsors and or paint. That machine no longer black and orange. It is red, white, and black. At the front right now, Alex Smolders halfway home, 1.1 seconds in front of the field. Turn 4 now. Tim Smith to the high side, bumps the fence. He's still sitting in the transfer spot, but his teammate right behind him. Chris Brenner trying to catch up, take the spot away, but Smith gets away just a little ways off of turn 2. He's got a little bit of a cushion now. Still Chris Roberts in the 2nd spot. Kevin Brenner running in 3rd. Tim Smith, the final transfer car. 2 laps to go. This time they come off the front stretch there in turn 3 right now. They'll see the up and down flag signifying 2 laps to go. Smolders down to under a second. About a lap and a half to go. Still Roberts, Click, and Smith. Now Click and Smith starting a battle for 3rd. They get to battle. That might be Chris Brenner back into the mix right here. He may have a last lap, last corner shot to take a spot away, but on the high side, Tim Smith into 3rd. Move Kevin Click on the bubble. Through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Alex Smolders going to win heat race number 1. Chris Roberts is 2nd, Tim Smith 3rd. Kevin Click, your final transfer car. Brenner, Brickley, Pace, Harper, Rowley, Schaefer, and Reich. Going to go to consolation races. Heat race number 1 in the books. Hey, thank you, Robert. Appreciate the stars. Heat race 2, getting ready to grid out on the front stretch. Heat race stacked right here. 75 car, the Swindell Speed Labs machine of Adam Elby on the pole to his outside. Wicked Cushion Team Study number 222 of Weston Newell. Row 2 on the inside. The Safecraft number 317 of Tyler Silva, and on his outside another Swindell Speed Labs machine. That's a 211 of James Edens. Row 3 on the inside, the Rogue Energy number 001 of Anthony Job, and to his outside, Farlow Motorsports number 29 of Taylor Howell. Row 4 on the inside, Casey's General Store number 047 of Jason Randolph, and to his outside, Dirty Old Bastards, Dirt Track and Bastards, Wicked Cushion number 77 of Aaron Schaefer. Row 5 on the inside should be the 175 of Jim Turner, and to his outside, the Browns Custom Body and Paint number 292 of Peyton Grease. And on the back row by himself in the 07, and that will be Bill Rocky. Jim Turner not making the call, not going to be in this one. So 10 cars. Once again, top 4 headed for the feature. Everybody else headed into consolation races. Sorry, a little distracted. Watching the basketball game, and my son is right behind the Lakers bench tonight. So he is actually on the camera, and I am blown away that my son made it on TV. All right, 10 cars for the final time under pace, headed down. Check on that.
Green, green, green.
Green flag in the air. Heat race number 2 underway. Elby jumps to the early lead. Tyler Silva slid into the second spot off turn number 2. But it's a 3-wide battle, and Silva finds the outside wall right there. That's going to drop him back at least into the 4th position. Car backwards, way back on the track. I want to say that could have been Schaefer's car. He got it into the pit, so no caution coming out. Elby 1.2 seconds ahead of Eden's teammates running 1-2. Weston Newell right behind that, had to jump on the brakes right there. He saw him almost run up the backside of Tyler Silva. James Eden's, I'm sorry. Tyler Silva hanging on to that 4th spot right now, but Taylor Howell putting the pressure on him. Elby, Edens, Weston Newell, and Tyler Silva headed down the backstretch. Going to complete lap 4. That's your top 4. Howell, Grease, Job, Randolph, Rocky, Schaefer. Schaefer's car off the track. Bill Rocky's car off the track. So Anthony Joe back here in the 8th position, your final running car in the heat race. Still Elby out in front, 9/10 of a second. The gap has closed just a little bit. His teammate James Eaton's running him down from behind a little bit. Weston Newell still in the 3rd spot. Tyler Silva sitting right here in the 4th spot. Still Elby, Edens, Newell, and Silva. Your top 4. These guys coming around 3 to go the next time under the flag stand. Heat race pretty spread out here. Not much action going on out there. Look up front here at Adam Elby's car. He is running the top side. His teammate right behind him doing the same. Weston Newell, the only car down on the bottom currently. Tyler Silva, the 317 machine, going around hitting the top side, trying to find the cushion. Now finds the fence. Taylor Howell, can he capitalize on the huge mistake? He's got the... Yeah, he almost had to run down the front stretch. Now throws it in underneath. Just don't know if that is going to be enough to get him there. Too much momentum off the top side. Right now, the white flag being displayed on the front stretch. Adam Elby, James Eden, Weston Newell, and you see the battle for the final transfer spot. That's Silva and Howell going to throw the slides up in. Oh, clips the fence. That's going to lock that down. Elby's going to win this thing. He's going to bring Edens, Newell, and Silva with him into the feature. Howell, Grease, Randolph, Joe, Rocky, and Schaefer headed for the soup. I've been given to understand that this is the absolute wrong name for this, and they are correct. It did not update, nor did it clear out when I tried to do it a little while ago, so I'll get that changed between sessions. And we will never, ever use this titling system again because it does not update when you tell it to. I love new technology, but boy, is it frustrating. Heat race 3 on the grid, on the pole, the Rockstar Productions number 022 of Mason Hannigan. 2 is outside. The SMS number 300 of Kendall Tucker. Row 2 on the inside, the Black Diamond Motorsports number 80 of Josh Steinke, and 2 is outside. That'll be the 5 car of Rusty Kruger. Row 3 on the inside. Looks like the Minnesota Mafia number 75 of Dylan Workman. And on his outside, the Black Diamond Motorsports number 42 of Sean Wallenfels. Row 4 on the inside, another Rockstar Productions machine. That is the 403 of Mike Roxbury. And to his outside, the G&D Reynolds, number 059 of Trey Long. Row 5 inside, the Geek Squad, number 098, Garrett Adams. And to his outside, the NGK Spark Plugs, number 201 of Braden Finsell. And on the back row by himself, the 238 machine of Anthony Marvalillo. So 11 cars making the call for heat race number 3. Still taking the top 4. Going to put them right into the feature. Everybody else to the soup. Pace truck with a hard left into pit road. That means that Hannigan and Tucker are going to bring us to the green right here off turn number 4.
Green, green, green.
Loud pedal on the floor. Green flag in the air. Heat race number 3 underway. We are racing again. Hannigan with the quick lead, but right now Tucker looking down the inside. Can you make the slide job stick through 3 and 4? Takes it to the top side. Not able to get it this time, but he's got the outside position on the entry to the corner. Can he use the momentum? Slingshot around on the exit.
All right, man. Caution is out.
Caution
Caution is out.
on the speedway. Go back, see what happened here. Looks like Garrett Adams a little free on the exit of 4 right there. Gets down into 1 and 2. Gets a little bit of help. 2-on-1 machine of a Braden Finsell. Up on the push bar. Just got him spun around 360. Kept the power in it. Did not have to stop the car, but he is going to drop closer to the rear of the field. So Hannigan, Tucker, Kruger, Steinke, Workman, Long, Wallenfels, Adams, Marvalillo, and Finsell. The top 10. Mike Roxbury's car in the work area off the track. So only 10 cars left out here. We're going to go one more time around. I'm quiet? Okay. Let me see if that helps things just a little bit. Probably just needed to have a little bit of a mic adjustment. Don't know how it got turned down, but for some reason it looks like it did right here in the operating system. So I will get that fixed. Hopefully everybody can hear me now. I must have moved a slider at some point, and I did not mean to. Sorry about that, guys. So we are going to go green this time off of turn number 4, heat race number 3 at the halfway point. Hannigan, Tucker, and Kruger are going to bring us back to the green. Remember, the top 4 are going to transfer. Everybody else going to get a bowl and a spoon and try to find some soup. See if they can spell win out of all the alphabet that's in it. With the green flag out, Tucker tried to make the slide job pass. Didn't work. Hannigan crossed him right back over. Down the backstretch, 3 cars drag racing to turn number 3, trying to find a little bit of grip, make a pass, try to move forward so they're not on that bubble. That's Steinke right there, the orange and white machine. He wants to get out of that 4th spot. Now around the inside, big move from Steinke. Plenty of grip, plenty of momentum for him. Kruger lost a lot of momentum and a lot of spots, and now Dylan Workman on his outside trying to take away that 4th and final transfer spot. We're going to keep our eyes on these 2 right here for the moment. The top 3 got single file right there, but Steinke went to the bottom again. Now Kruger with the slide job. across Workman's nose. Workman with all the momentum in the drive down the backstretch, going to try to bring this back in here. See if he can slide it in the corner, but he didn't have the angle, didn't have the line. Oh, they make contact. 2 laps to go this time by. Workman put it in the inside fence. Going into turn number 1, spun the car around in front of company, and that is going to bring out a caution and end this one. So Dylan Workman, in the heat of the battle, puts the left front up against the turn 1 entry fence. Right there. Spins the car around. He does get to keep it going, but caution had already flown. So it's going to be Hannigan, Steinke, Tucker, and Kruger passing through to the feature. Wallenfels along Fincel, Adams, Marvalijo, Workman, and Roxbury going to the consolations. Heat race 3 in the books. Getting ready to grid out to heat race number 4. On the pole is going to be the Wicked Cushion team setting number 92 of Mike Keegan, and 2 is outside the Linder Digital Motorsports number 103 of Chris Verda. Row 2 on the inside, the 346 will be Cameron Merriman. And 2 is outside, the Cadillac Racing, number 110 of Kevin Henley. On the inside of row number 3, Swindell Speed Labs, number 10 of Skylar Brown. And 2 is outside, the Dirty Old Bastards, Wicked Cushion, number 21 of Tyler Henselman. Row 4 on the inside, the Factory Cane Valvoline, number 007, Kyle Sargent. And 2 is outside, the EFR, number 90 of Jeff Fitzpatrick. Row 5 inside, Southern Pacific Farms, number 696 of Brian Heisler, and 2 is outside. Going with the 072 of Jeffrey Stewart. Corey Protivnik not making the call. So 10 cars in this one. Still our top 4 transferring through. This will make 13 through 16. These guys getting ready next time around to go green. Thanks everybody tuning in. YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. We appreciate it greatly. Be sure to give us a like, give us a share, give us a follow. All right, pace truck is in. Keegan about to go green right here.
Green, green, green.
He and Vert on the front row, and they are dead even on that start. Fantastic start for the heat race. Heat race 4 is underway. Keegan in low, comes off high, and that's going to give Verta a chance to get back even on the inside. They just swap lines. Still, Keegan's right rear into the fence. And Mike Keegan's night in the heat race is going to come to a sudden and violent halt. Unfortunate for Mike, because he had a great start there. Looked like he was going to be able to battle just a little bit from the high side, but went into 3 and 4 and right rear, right up over that loose stuff into the outside wall. Not much you can do at that point. You're just along for the ride. So working at the end of 2 laps here. Verta, Handley, Merriman, Brown, Henselman, Sargent, Fitzpatrick, Heisler, Stewart, and Keegan, the running order. Well, Randy. Hey, guys, thanks for tuning in. Double show tonight. This is session number 1. Session 2 will be right after this. Don't forget to give us some likes, some shares, follow us. Looks like we're going to have 6 to go in this one when we get back to the green here next time around. All right, green flag about to be displayed off turn number 4. Verda on the gas, green flag in the air. 6 laps to go, heat race in number 4. Kevin Hanley trying to put the pressure on Verda, but he's getting the pressure put on him from behind. Cameron Merriman working down to the inside right there, and he's got the drive off the corner. Side by side into turn 1 for the 2nd position. Hanley staying on the top. Merriman still on the bottom. Hanley has the advantage entering turn 3, and he goes to the bottom. Now Merriman tried to go to the top, found the fence, turns the car way sideways, grabs it back underneath him, but he's falling all the way to the 5th position. He'll let Tyler Henselman and Skylar Brown get around him. About 3.5 laps to go in this one. Chris Verda out in front. The blue car, the left side of the screen, the top 4 on your screen right now. These guys going to transfer through if they can keep them rough side down. Going to go straight to the A main from here, but Skylar Brown trying to find his way forward. Would like a little better starting spot in the feature race. Loses a lot of ground on the exit. That's going to let Henselman battle on the inside, try to take that 3rd spot away. Henselman finding plenty of grip on the exits right here of the corners. Just not enough that lap. 2 laps to go. You see the dust starting to come up. Track starting to dry out, and we're only in heat race number 4. We've got a D, a C, a B main after the 5th heat race. And these guys will have a couple of minutes of warm-up to go out there and really bring the dust in. This track severely drying out. Dust on every set of tires coming off the corner. We're on the final lap. Verda 0.4 of a second over Hanley. Brown, Henselman behind that. Off turn number 4, he's going to see the checkered flag, and he's going to pick up the heat race win. Skylar Brown with a last lap pass on the outside of Kevin Hanley. Tyler Henselman, your final transfer car. Merriman, Sergeant Fitzpatrick, Stewart, Keegan, and Heisler all going into the soup. All right, 5th and final heat race out on the grid. The Dirt Racing Network. Black Diamond Motorsports, number 91 of Ernie Williams on the pole. And to his outside, the Beer Hill Gang. Team VLR, number 23 of Stephen Calavoda. Row 2 on the inside, the 039 of Kevin Swindell. And to his outside will be the Casey Kane Sim Racing Napa Auto Parts, number 49 machine of the Hulk, David Heileman. Inside row number 3, the SMS 07. Howard Weaver, and on his outside, the Wicked Cushion, team setting number 52 of Max Stambaugh. Row 4 on the inside, the SMS number 722 of Jason Stewart, and to his outside, the profile by Sanford Kinzer Sim Racing team number 69 of Josh Close. Row 5 on the inside, the Keating Performance number 3 machine of Braden McMahon, and on his outside, the Intertech number 111 of Lyle Johnson. 10 cars, 10 laps, top 4 straight to the A main. Everybody else going consolation racing. Oh, yeah, you need your internet. You can't be out here safely if you don't have good internet, bud. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Session 1 of 2. These guys are about to go green. This is the 5th and final heat race of the session. Williams and Calavota on the front row about to bring us to green. Ernie Williams on the throttle, green flag in the air. Heat race number 5 underway. You see the tight battle for the 3rd spot. Swindell, Heileman, Weaver, all trying to battle for that 3rd spot. Only 4 transfer straight through. Everybody else has to work their way in the consolation races. And on the top side, 3 wide. David Heileman going to take the spot away, put Kevin Swindell into 4th. Howard Weaver back to 5th, and Max Stambaugh right behind that. Williams holding the lead over Calavota. Gets loose off turn 4. That's going to allow everybody to close up. This is going to become a good battle at the front right here. You see the top 4 on the screen right there. Williams on the top side. Heileman off the bottom. Heileman has the advantage down the backstretch. Came from 3rd all the way to the lead. Now slide job out in front of Williams in 3 and 4. Backs the car down not to put him in the fence. That allows Williams to go to the high side. Calavota to the inside and at the line. Those two are 1-2. Move Heileman back to the 3rd spot. Going to have to regroup and give it a run again. Kevin Swindell still hanging on to the 4th and final transfer spot, but we're watching the battle at the front right here. Ernie Williams completing 4 of the 10 laps out in front of the field. Now stretch it out to half a second over Calavota. Heileman right behind that. Swindell to the top side has a small advantage over Howard Weaver. Weaver trying to work the inside. Swindell right through the middle. Max Stambaugh with a run on Howard Weaver. Now that's for the 5th spot. At the front, the gap starting to close up. Heileman got around Calavota, trying to close the gap on Ernie Williams. Now up through 3 and 4. Big run for the Hulk. 4 laps to go right there. David Heileman tried to take it down on the inside. A 1 and 2 car just out of shape a little bit. He had to back it down, and that let Calavota get a run on the high side. This the battle for 2nd and 3rd. Meanwhile, Swindell able to gap himself from Stambaugh and Weaver into a comfortable spot. Now he's holding the final transfer position. We are going back closer to the front here. This battle starting to heat up. Heileman around the high side got back around Calavota. Keep Williams out in front by half a second. 2 to go this time by, but David Heileman, a lot of drive on the exit of the corner. You can see how much the track is drying out. The bumps starting to come into play, and we're just now getting through the heat races. So it's Williams, Heileman, Calavota, and Swindell. Swindell with a pretty comfortable lead. Looks like he's got a chance to transfer. White flag in the air. Ernie Williams still out front, at least for the moment, but David Heileman really starting to put the pressure on. Not able to do much in 1 and 2. He's been able to do everything he wants in 3 and 4, and we'll see what he does this time by. Doesn't take it too deep in the corner, but he's going to come off. It's going to be a drag race, and Ernie Williams is going to win heat race 5. David Heileman, Stephen Calavota, and Kevin Swindell transferring to the A main. Weaver, Stambaugh, close. Stewart, Johnson, and McMahon all headed for consolation races. Great battle there. Heat race 5, the class of the evening thus far. D main time, 10 laps. Top 4 going to transfer to the A main. It's going to be the 322 of Robert Schaefer on the pole. To his outside, Aaron Schaefer in the 77. Anthony Marvelillo, the 238 inside row 2 with Mike Keegan on his outside in the 92 machine. The 111, Lyle Johnson inside row 3 with John Harper, the 188 on his outside. Bill Rocky, the 07 inside row 4. Dylan Workman outside the 075. Row 5 on the inside, the 696 of Brian Heisler, and to his outside, Braden McMahon in the 3 car. 10 cars making the call. 4 cars did not cut it. Make it 9 cars as the 322 car of Robert Schaefer not making the call either. And that's going to move Anthony Marvelillo onto the pole. So 9 cars going to be looking for 4 spots. They got 10 laps. 10, right?
14.
Not for the D main.
No, it's 10 laps for the D main.
It is 10 laps. Just had to confirm it with race control.
We take a look at that.
Next boat. So Marvelillo and Schaefer are going to be on the front row. Well, when he hulks up, yeah, he does a lot of cool stuff, man. Trying to keep the Hylomaniacs excited is what he's doing. Where are the Hylomaniacs anyway? I didn't see them go crazy. All right. Blue and green this time off of turn number 4. Ten laps. First elimination race of the night. First bowl of alphabet soup to be served. Marvelillo on the gas about the time the green fell. And it's a big wad of cars down into 1 and 2, 3 wide. No contact yet. Marvelillo way out of shape, and he's going to fall from first and come out third. Schaefer and Keegan both getting around him right there. Marvelillo sitting back in the 3rd spot. Right behind that, Dylan Workman in 4th. Got a battle. John Harper on his outside. Remember, only the top 4 going to the next race. Everybody else is going to pack it up and wait for session number 2. And now Harper around the high side into 3rd. Marvelillo is 4th, but on the outside, Dylan Workman trying to take the spot away. And he's got it on the exit of turn number 4. So it's Keegan and Schaefer, Harper and Workman. And the caution gonna fly. Heisler's machine headed into the work area. We'll see what happened to him. I don't think this was him, because there was no one behind him. Oh, there sure was, and he got sideways. Lyle Johnson was coming in from behind right there. That is what triggered the yellow flag. Just got a little too sideways, sticking a little bit too far out onto the racing surface. So we get to ride around under caution for a couple of laps here. They'll probably have about 5 to go when they get the green flag back. That is incorrect. It's Keegan, Schaefer, Harper, Workman, Marvelillo, McMahon, Rocky, Johnson. Only 8 cars on the track. We're going to take half of them. Lights should go off on the pace truck possibly this time by. Sure enough. So a 5-lap shootout left in the D main. Keegan still on the point. Schaefer, Harper, Workman, the top 4 right now. Green flag back in the air. 5 laps to go in the D main. Keegan worked the inside. Workman was on the bottom as well, around the top side. Schaefer and Harper. Keegan with a little bit of breathing room right now, but that second, third, and fourth position all in a very, very tight battle right there. Harper all over Schaefer, and Workman just waiting for one of those two to make a mistake. Almost makes one of his own, but he goes to the top side. Just not enough drive across the X of the corner. Harper found grip on the bottom. Able to get the drive off the bottom side of the corner. Hang on to the spot, but these four nose to tail pretty much down the front stretch. 3 more laps around. They have distanced themselves a long way from McMahon, Rocky, and Johnson. Marvalijo has taken his car to the infield. So only 7 cars still on track. 2 laps to go off turn number 4. This time by Seal, Keegan, Schaefer, Harper, and Workman, your top 4. Not much changing in that top 4, just a little wiggle here or there, but it really doesn't give anybody a big advantage. Let somebody close up close. Oh, there we go. Harper had a run on the bottom. They're taking the white flag, and Schaefer got a little free on the top. Harper took it in on the bottom. Then he finds the implement tire. That's going to put him in jeopardy. A Workman getting around, but Workman cuts him a break, lets him gather the car up. They know they're going to transfer if they just stay where they are and they don't wreck each other. Mike Keegan off turn 4, winning the D main easily. 1 second over Aaron Schaefer. Then John Harper and Dylan Workman. Your final 4 transfer cars. They're going to put themselves into the back 2 rows of the C main. Everyone else done for session number 1. They'll have to hang around and wait for session 2 to start. We're going to put the 34 of Ryan Pace on the pole. The 047 of Jason Randolph to his outside. Row 2 on the inside. Braden Pincel, the 201. Jeff Fitzpatrick, the 090 on his outside. Josh Close, the 69 inside row 3 with Billy Rowley on his outside in the 84. Anthony Job, the 001, sets inside of row number 4 with Garrett Adams in the 098 on his outside. Jeff Stewart starts the 072 inside row 5 with Jason Stewart on his outside in the 722. Mike Keegan from the D main inside row number 6 with Aaron Schaefer on his outside. That's the 92 and 77. And then the 188 of John Harper with the 075 of Dylan Workman inside out on the back row. 7 rows, 14 cars. Going to take only the top 4 after 12 laps and move them into the back of the B main. Everybody else done for session number 1. Well, that is a pretty interesting fact and a very cool story, Richard. Thank you for sharing that. C main. Still got the B main. A little bit of warm up. And then 30 lap feature race coming up just shortly. All right, lights out on the Pace truck. We're going to go green off turn number 4 this time. 12 laps. Green flag in the air. Oh, Randolph finds the outside fence. I'm not sure who that was that found the inside fence, but there is a lot of bent metal, and we didn't even get through turns 1 and 2. Jeff Stewart, Anthony Joe, Billy Rowley found in the inside. He is the black and white car I saw hid for the inside there. Let's go back. We'll take a look. We'll try to see if we can picture what happened here. It started closer to the front. Pretty sure that it started with Randolph's car heading down this front stretch right here. He clips the wall, and it really kind of causes a stack up. Guys started taking evasive action. Anthony Job's car upside down. Jeff Stewart's car in the mess. Front wing knocked off of that one. Rowley's car. Don't see a whole lot of damage on it. I do know that Randolph and Job are in the infield. Well, Job's car, I guess, is coming around. It looked like he was on the access road headed into the infield, but he is not. You can see that trash bar on the front. Pretty bent up. Rest of the car looks like it might be okay. It's hard to tell till they get up to speed what all is wrong with these things. Unless it's just glaringly obvious. Right now, it's Pace, Fincel, Schaefer, Stewart, Keegan, Workman, Adams, Fitzpatrick, Close, and Harper are top 10. All the cars involved in the lap 1 incident back outside of the top 10. A couple of them in the infield. It looks like Randolph and Fitzpatrick both headed in. Rowley and Job going to be able to at least attempt to continue here. Almost looked like that idiot last night in the 31 car that clipped the tires at Volusia and shot across the track in front of everybody. That was at least lap 2. I mean, you give that guy just a little credit, right? He waited till lap 2. All right, Pace on the point. Fincel, Schaefer, and Stewart. Right now, the transfer cars, lap 4 being completed here, so still going to have about 8 to go.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag back in the air. Pace hanging on to the early lead off turn number 2. Fincel trying to catch him, but the car was a little sideways on the exit.
All right, man. Caution
And
is
caution
out. Caution is
again
out.
before we can get too far through. That looks like Dylan Workman rolling away very, very slowly here. See if he was the cause or an innocent victim in this. Looks like Keegan went up the inside there. Oh, and he and Workman making contact. Not sure if there's any damage to that car, but that's going to relegate him a lot closer to the back. The who is not important, Tony. It's just really not important. It's the fact that he was stupid and he hit the tires all on his own. He wasn't even pushed into them. That was the problem because, you know, he's way smarter than that, I promise you. Damn it, it was me, Tony. It's not funny. I was going to have a pretty good run. That car was really good last night. Once the track got slick, it was going to be really good, but oh well. Play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, right? Yeah, it just really sucks when you race as little as I do because of the broadcasting stuff now. To really step on it all by yourself makes it that much worse. Not only did you not get to finish the race, but you looked really stupid when you did that. So it's a double whammy. All right, we're going back green here. 4 laps to go in this one. Pace, Fincel, Schaefer, Stewart still the top 4. Keegan right on the outside, trying to break in. He came from the D main, wants to continue the ladder of alphabet soup.
Green flag,
Green flag's in the air. Mike Keegan did not get a Mike Keegan-esque start right there, and he's got Harper all over him for the 5th spot. Well, right now, Ryan Pace enjoys almost 7/10 as we're 3/4 of the way through the lap. Pincel, Schaefer, and Stewart running inside the top 4. Now, Stewart under fire. Keegan takes the 4th spot away. See if Mike Keegan can hang on to that 4th and final transfer spot over John Harper, who really had a challenge going right there in the middle of turns 1 and 2. Watching these guys
All right, man. Caution
come
is
through,
out.
and that's
Caution
going to
is out.
seal the deal. Caution out one more time. So 3 cautions in the C main, going to shorten this thing up. And Pace, Vincel, Schaefer, and Keegan are going to transfer through. Everyone else done for session number 1. We'll wait for our B main to get ready to start here. Thanks for making me say that, Tony. I know that admitting there's a problem is the first step to recovery, but daggone it wasn't a problem. It was just a screw up. And that actually hurt. I got 1 feeler left, and we found it. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Enjoy having the fun with you guys a lot. Even if it is at my own expense. Shame, shame, shame. Pace, Vincel, Schaefer, and Keegan going to transfer through from this C main into the B main, which means Harper, Rowley, Workman, Job, Stewart, Adams, Close, Stewart, Randolph, and Fitzpatrick. I'll have to wait for session number 2 to give it another shot. We're going to put 14 laps up on the board. We're going to grid out about 14 cars, and we're only going to be looking for 4 of them out of the B main to round out our 24-car A main field, and we're going to put 30 laps, on the board for those guys. Getting down closer to the end of session number 1. And a stacked up B main. This is going to be, oh my goodness. On the pole, the 9 car of the Toledo Rocket, Chris Brenner, to his outside. Taylor Howell in the 29, row 2 on the inside. Sean Wallenfels to 42, the 346 of Cameron Merriman. On his outside, row 3 inside, Howard Weaver, the 51, which is actually the 07. And the 200 of William Brickley to his outside. Row 4, Peyton Grease, the 292 inside. Trey Long, the 059 on the outside. Inside, row 5, the 007 of Kyle Sargent. On his outside, Max Stambaugh on the 52. Ryan Pace from the C main, the 34 inside, row 6 with Braden Fincel on his outside, the 201. And on the back row, the 77 of Aaron Schaefer inside, 92 of Mike Keegan outside. Guys, there's 10 cars in here that I would not be surprised can win this race for sure. You got some of the heavy hitters right here in the B main tonight. And only 4 of these guys are going to get a shot to get into the feature race. They got 14 laps. This ought to be pretty good. Hello, Davey, Brett. Get that car put back together, Mr. Strickler. I didn't see no pictures yet. $14 cars, top 4. Get to transfer through. Pace truck headed in. 14 laps are on the board. Brenner Howell going to bring us to the green right here off turn number 4. Toledo Rocket on the gas. Green flag in the air. B main underway. Brenner goes straight to the high side. He's known to do that early. On occasion, it has bitten him. We'll have to wait and see what's going on with that later on in the run. Right now, Taylor Howell, he's got his hands full of Sean Wallenfels. But he holds on to the second spot after the first lap. Wallenfels is in third. Merriman in the fourth spot. The black and white car around the top side. Big run for him, and he's going to put Wallenfels on notice. You're sitting on the bubble, sir. Don't let it burst. And now he's got trouble on the inside. Wallenfels in the middle, stuck there. Weaver up the inside. Move Howard Weaver into the fourth spot, and he's going to stay on the bottom. Merriman around the top side takes second away. He got around Howell. But the battle still for that fourth and final transfer spot. Brickley, Wallenfels, and Weaver. Now Wallenfels into the outside fence, gives it all up, moving back to sixth. William Brickley in the fifth spot on the outside of Howard Weaver. The 07 car down to the bottom, the 200 car up on the top. Weaver finds the drive off the exit. Put Howard Weaver in the final transfer spot right now. Meanwhile, at the front, Chris Brenner, 2 seconds in front of Cameron Merriman. Driving away easily, has gotten himself away from the top side. He's going to work that car down to the bottom. 5 laps in when they cross the line, 2.3 seconds right now. Cameron Merriman second, almost a full second over Taylor Howell sitting in third, but Howell out of the third spot has company, and Weaver not able to capitalize as the caution gonna fall. Schaefer and Fincel both on the inside of the track. We'll see what happened to those two. Looks like Fincel way loose up in turn 2. And that looks like that is possibly what triggered the caution. So we're going to be at the halfway point this time by Brenner, Merriman, Howell, Weaver, Brickley, Wallenfels, Stambaugh, Keegan, Grease, Long, and Pace. The 11 cars still on track. Hello, Joe Bounce. Welcome to the stream. In the middle of the B main, top 4 transferring into our feature race. Going to put 30 laps on the board. As soon as this one's over, these guys are going to have a couple of minutes to go out and get the final tune and test. All the guys are transferred straight through from their heat races. Going to get a chance to get on track, see what it's like real quick. And then we will put our 30 laps on the board, get these guys out here. Session number 1. Going to wrap up with that feature race, and then about 10 to 12 minutes after that, session number 2 will kick off. They'll re-rack it, work the track, turn the lights on, and put them out here to do it again. Too Fast Tuesdays on the Dirt Racing Network with the Dirty Old Bastards Wicked Kitchen 360 series. Lights off on the pace truck. We are going to have 5 laps to go. When they take the green, Brenner, Merriman, Howell, and Weaver hanging on to the 4 transfer spots. Brickley, Wallenfels, and Max Stambaugh. Right behind that, Mike Keegan started close to the front on this one, and he has drifted back through the field. Or actually, he won the C main, and he is moving up into the 8th position. I'm still stuck in the C main, guys. Sorry about that. But the pace truck is in. Brenner about to light the fuse on the rocket one more time. And he is away. Green flag in the air. Stambaugh went, Howard Weaver went straight to the bottom right there. The 07 car. He's got the drive, and he gets around Howell. Put him in the 3rd spot. Now Howell, the bubble machine, trying not to get that bubble burst off turn number 4. He was inside Weaver. It's a good thing they didn't exit the corner too close together right there, because Merriman was way out of shape, and now 5 cars battling for the final 2 transfer spots. Merriman, Weaver, Wallenfels, 2, 3, and 4. Howell right on the outside looking in right in front of Brickley. Max Stambaugh behind that. Mike Keegan on the screen. Put Merriman to 2nd. Weaver is now 3rd. Wallenfels on the high side holding that 4th spot, at least for the time being. Chris Brenner with a 2-second lead over the field. He's going to have 2 to go this time. Once again, you see that 42 machine go up there, bump the wall, but it really hasn't affected him a whole lot. Don't know any damage that that's doing, but it is not stopping him from finding the drive on the exit of the corner. And now he's got a 1-car length advantage going into turn 3. They're going to come off turn number 4 and see the white flag. Chris Brenner already under the flag stand. Merriman and Weaver battling for second, but we're watching the final transfer spot into the A main right here. The black and blue car on the top, Sean Wallenfels. Taylor Howell on the inside. Chris Brenner winning the B main. He'll be in the A. Merriman and Weaver in. Howell slid it across the nose, and Wallenfels fought back and put Sean Wallenfels into the A main. He worked his way back and muscled right past the 29 machine right there on the exit of the corner. And he's going to make the A main tonight. So the 24 car field is set. Good finish for those guys. Getting ready to have our 2-minute intermission here. Yeah, and the line can get blurred pretty quick, too. Wicked Cushion makes it possible for the Dirty Old Bastards to put on great racing like this, so you can watch it on the Dirt Racing Network. And drop by over at wickedcushion.com. A lot of apparel, a lot of gadgets for the sim world, for the real world, dirt racing. Drop by the website, check them out. Use the code DOBRL when you make a purchase. You're going to get a 10% discount. And if you get your order in by midnight on race night, your shipping is always going to be free. That's wickedcushion.com. Appreciate everybody tuning in over all the channels. Twitch, YouTube, all the Facebook channels. Hope everybody's enjoying the show. Guys, give us some likes. Give us some shares. Follow us on the Facebook page. Over 4,400 followers now. Those of you that have been with us since the beginning back in September know that we haven't been here that long, but we are growing like fire. And it's all because of you guys, the fans, sharing and liking, telling your friends about us. You guys got about another 25 seconds here. And then we're going to bring you the starting lineup just as they grid out right here. You can see how the track is starting to work in. That slick right on the entry, right at the exit where everybody needs to get out to the fence. Couple of grooves, one at the top, a little one at the bottom, where these guys are going to be able to find some grip. Turns 3 and 4 look like it is almost completely blown out except for right around the bottom. With the practice session winding down, time to go racing. A main about to grid out. 30 laps on the board. On the pole is going to be the 311 machine of Alex Mulders, and to his outside, the 75 will be Adam Elby. Row 2 on the inside, the 022 of Mason Hannigan, and on his outside, Chris Verda in the 103. Row 3, the inside, Ernie Williams, the 91, outside the 93, Chris Roberts. Row 4, we'll see the 211 on the inside, James Edens, and on his outside, Josh Steinke in the 80. Row 5, Skylar Brown, the 10 car, inside, David Heilem in the 49. On the outside, that's the machine for the Hulk right there, and the Hulkamaniacs all cheered. Row 6 inside, the 00, Tim Smith, and on his outside, the 222 of Weston Newell. Row 7, the 300, Kendall Tucker inside, the 110, Kevin Handley on the outside. In the 8th row, on the inside, the 23, Stephen Calavona, and to his outside, Kevin Click in the 25. Tyler Silva starts inside row 9 in the 317, and Rusty Kruger starts the 5 machine on his outside. Tyler Henselman, the 21, inside of row 10 with Kevin Swindell in the 039 on his outside. The Toledo Rocket, Chris Brenner, inside of row number 11 in the 9 machine with Cameron Merriman, the 346 on his outside. And on the final row on the inside, the 51 of Babyface Howard Weaver. And to his outside, Sean Wallenfels in the 42. I don't know why I said that. I saw that written somewhere one time, and I thought it was funny. I've seen the guy's picture. They're not wrong. Do you have one of those hats, Jeffrey? I can't remember who all we send stuff to all the time because we send so much of it. I do love my Dirt Racing Network hat. And the t-shirts are pretty cool too. We do have a merch store, guys, on the Facebook page. You can drop in there and check it all out. Pace trucks heading in. 30 laps are on the board. Session number 1, Dirty Old Bastards Wicked Cushion 360 series about to get underway from Williams Grove right here. Smulders and Elby on the gas. Green flag in the air. We are racing. Smulders got a good launch down on that bottom right there. Shot him straight to the front. Elby's going to come off turn number 2. Second, Mason Hannigan in third, and it is a mad scramble for the 4th spot back there. Settled down. It was 3 wide for a second, and then it was 2 wide. And the caution is out. Looks like Kevin Swindell's car backwards in turns 3 and 4. Let's go see what happened to Mr. Swindell back here quickly. You can see the hornet's nest right in front of him and all around him. And, oh, Hanley got in there, got upside down. And then Henselman, trying to avoid all the contact with the cars to inside, slid up and just moved him up the hill a little. And he found that outside fence. But I think that caution comes out for the 110 machine. Clipped the outside fence there and went for a little bit of a tumble. Kevin Hanley was upside down in front of company long before all that contact in turn number 3. We'll see how race control handles that, but right now, Smulders, Elby, Hannigan, Williams, Eden, Steinke, Brown, Averta, Tucker, and Newell, your top 10. Yeah, the hats are really cool. I really like mine. Did you get a black one or did you get one of the red ones? I don't remember what all we've had.
33.
New white flag, lap number 33. Pay no attention to that lap count up there on the ticker, guys. That is just for allowance purposes. We will be manually counting the laps. They start at lap 30. And every time we have a caution, we're going to add 3 laps to it. So instead of 30 now, we're going to be at lap 33 for the white flag. That gives these guys their 30 green flag laps. Hey, cool deal. Glad he got that. He needs to post pictures, man. All right, green flag back in the air. Smulders got another good launch there off the bottom. He's found something on that bottom to get his launches in. He's getting 4 or 5 car lengths every single time. Williams getting passed up by James Edens. They'll put Williams 5th, Edens is 4th. The king, Josh Steinke, right there. The orange and white 80 machine in the 6th spot. Call him the king because right now he's the reigning king of the wing over at Dirt Slingers. Carries that logo proudly on the top of that car. That's what his dad just mentioned in the chat there, that he just got his trophy for that. So pretty cool deal there. Oh, Skylar Brown, big drive down the corner. Williams up into the fence. That car going to stay stuck there for a moment. We're going to get up here, take a look inside this top 5 or 6. Kendall Tucker on the top side. Josh Steinke on the bottom. That is actually the race for 5th. And the caution coming out. Not sure if Williams was the one that got that. Weston Newell possibly. See him starting to get away as... Oh, got in there. He and Verda make contact, and then Roberts finishes off his tail tank for him. He did a great job right there of holding that car perfectly still so that everybody else had an opportunity to miss him. It doesn't destroy anyone else's machine or his own. Absolute respect for that right there. 222 machine able to keep anybody else from being involved in his incident. So our new white flag going to be on lap number 36. Right now, the top 10, Smolders, Elby, Edens, Hannigan, Tucker, the 5th place car, Steinke, Heilemann, Brown, Calavoda, and Smith rounding out your top 10. Looking back through the field, Kevin Click, Chris Roberts, Chris Brenner, Rusty Kruger, Cameron Merriman in 15th. Some heavy hitters all through this field. Looks like the lights went out on the pace truck this time. One car retired from the field, the 91 car Ernie Williams. All that contact with the ball, I'm sure, did plenty of damage. Not going to be able to return. They'll get that car fixed up. He'll be ready for session number 2. Hanley, Verda, and Newell all moving to the back of the field now. We're going to try to make them go, 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 Shane, right here off turn number 4. Smolder's going to bring us back under the green flag.
Green flag, green flag.
Out in front of the 2 Swindell Speed Labs teammates. The Kinzer Racing machine of Alex Smolders. You saw Elby catch a little fence, lift the front wheels off the ground. That's going to allow his teammate James Edens down on the inside. Trying to work up off turn number 4, but just not enough there on the bottom yet. Too much momentum across the top side. Keep Kendall Tucker in the 4th spot. Mason Hannigan in the 5th spot, but he has got to challenge the Hulk. David Heilemann around on the inside, on his outside. Josh Steinke in the 80. This is 4th, or 5th, 6th, and 7th right there, and now caution one more time. And it looks like Mr. Wallenfeld's car slowly rolling away on the backstretch. I think I'm going to nickname him No Luck. Oh, car come across. That looks like the 317 machine. A little free off the exit of turn 2. Come across and they touch Nerf bars right there. And usually that's a pretty good recipe for disaster. All right, once again into the top 10. Smolders, Edens, Elby, Tucker, Heilemann, your top 5. Steinke, 6. Hannigan, Calavoda, Brown, and Tim Smith rounding out that top 10. Looking at this lineup, in the top 3, you got 3 World Championship Pro drivers. You have 6 in the field. So 25% of this field made up of the best sprint car drivers on the iRacing service right now. 39 are a new white flag. So you're going to have about 24 laps to go when they take the green. Track very slick, very dusty. Pace truck in Smolders looking for the grip on the bottom. Got the jump again on Elby. Excuse me, on Edens. Edens had gotten around into the second spot there. Oh, Adam Elby out of shape, and now that car spinning around in turn number 2. Wing knocked off the front. We'll see exactly how much damage was done to the car here, but he restarted in third. Got down in there and got just a little help. Kendall Tucker. Got the wing knocked off by a couple of cars trying to slide by on the top side. Sean, I think we're going to nickname you No Luck. Sean No Luck Wallenfeld. Lights should go off on the pace truck this time. Lap 42 for our new white flag. So about 23 laps left to go. All right, Smolders about to bring us back to green one more time.
Green flag, green flag.
23 laps to go. Smolders, Edens, Tucker, Hylam in the top 4. Steven Calavoda on the top side. That bright yellow machine from the 6th spot. Trying to take over 5th for Mason Hannigan. Keeps working the high side right there. Now Smolders under fire. James Edens has the inside, and he's got the lead at the line. New point man, James Edens. Smolders not giving up on it. Going to fight back on the top side. He's got the lead at the middle of the backstretch. Clips the wall back there. He's going to be able to hang on to that second spot because something happened behind him. Kevin Swindell's car sideways and missing the wing. See if he got caught up and something all got in there just a little quicker than Newell. Turned to Newell into the inside just a little bit. That took the wing off of that car and turned West and Newell around. Have to see how much real damage is on both of those cars. Newell hit the fence pretty solid. But James Edens takes the lead away during that exchange from Alex Smolders. Put Smolders in second, Tucker third, Hylam in fourth, and now Steven Calavoda flashing his way into the top 5. .45 going to be the new white flag lap. So about 21 laps to go.
45.
You hear race control confirming that with us. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. Thank you very much. Don't forget to follow, like, and share. Eden, Smolders, and Tucker are going to be the top three when we go back to green here off of turn number 4. Thank you, Shane. Appreciate it. All right, pace truck in once again. This time, James Eden is going to bring us back to green.
Green flag.
Maybe the guy out front has a really big advantage when he's able to start the field how he wants, because James Edens was getting about the same advantage that Alex Smolders got on his restarts. Still Tucker in third. Heileman is fourth on the inside. Stephen Calavoda on the high side. Skylar Brown. Brown puts the right rear in the fence. He's going to grab it back up underneath him. Going to fall back to about 8th. He was battling for 5th at the moment. Tim Smith down the inside now on Stephen Calavoda. Those two going to drag race off the corner, but Smith finds the grip. Give him about a 1-car advantage in turn number 3. Tim Smith liking a run down on the bottom. And he's got the 5th, 6th spot away. David Heileman still in the 5th spot, trying to get up here, get on the podium. But his teammate Chris Brenner now has flown around the top side, and he is in a battle for the 2nd and 3rd spot. That is behind Edens. Edens, the white car, off the bottom. Brown, Smolders, Brenner on the high side, making a bid from 4th to 2nd down the front stretch and through turns 1 and 2. He's going to have the spot over Kendall Tucker. Now Smolders from 2nd to 4th, right in front of Heileman. Laps winding down, 14 to go this time. No, that is absolutely incorrect. 16 to go. So make it Edens, Brenner, Tucker, Smolders, Heileman, Smith, Brown, Calavoda, Click, and Merriam in the top 10. You see the top 5. Chris Brenner finding the outside wall. That allows Kendall Tucker to get back to 2nd, and now Brenner got a battle with his teammate on the inside. The Hulk, David Heileman, battling for that final podium spot down the back stretch. Heileman on the inside, finding the grip, really likes to work the car really close to the fence on the inside. His teammate, the Toledo Rocket, Chris Brenner, really likes to work it on the outside. Just not quite enough grip through the center of the corner there in 1 and 2 in the cushion area. And Heileman's going to secure the 3rd spot away. Now sets his sights on the black and yellow machine in front of him of Kendall Tucker. Smolders in 5th. Smith is 6th. Skylar Brown closing in on Smith for that spot. Click, Calavoda, and Merriman rounding out your top 10. But up front, James Edens about a half a second over Kendall Tucker. Both those guys rolling the bottom. Now the 2 Casey Kane Sim Racing Team drivers go to the top. Brenner and Heileman. Brenner trying to find that grip on the exit of turn 2. He's got some this time. He's even with Tucker. Can he keep it smooth off 3 and 4 and take the spot away down the front stretch? Yes, he can. Move the Rocket into the 2nd position. David Heileman now 4th, trying to do the same thing that his teammate just did and work the high side to get around Tucker. Your leader, Eden, still on the bottom. 11 laps to go. Now Heileman had a great run off turn number 4, drag race Tucker into turn 1 and 2. Does he have enough momentum on the high side on the exit of 2? No, still a drag race. Heileman had to give a little to keep the car square going into the corner, so he's going to have to mount the challenge again. And the caution flying one more time. Weston Newell's machine rolling away slowly on the backstretch. See what happened to Mr. Newell. Oh, a little free on the high side, and he and Tyler Silva find each other. And that car just a little out of shape there. So Mr. Newell going to take that in. Something wrong with the machine. He's going to take it to the work area. Get it ready for session number 2. Brenner, Edens, Tucker, Heileman, Smith, your top 5. Brown, Click, Calaboto, Merriman, and Kruger rounding out the top 10. Lap 48 going to be our new white flag, so we're going to be right at or right inside the 10 to go range. Lights going off on the pace truck, so we are going to be at 10 to go. Still Edens on the point. Brenner second, Kendall Tucker third, David Heileman and Tim Smith rounding out your top 5. Green flag and
Green
10
flag,
laps to
green flag.
go this time. Pretty good gaggle right there. Second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Tucker on the bottom, Heileman on the top. His teammate, Tim Smith, right behind him, trying to get the spot away. They're all chasing. James Edens, Chris Brenner. Brenner working the top side. Edens working the bottom. Now Chris Brenner mounting a challenge for the lead, heading into turn 1. Does Brenner have enough off the top side, or does Edens have the drive off the bottom? And Edens rockets down the backstretch and takes the lead back into turn number 3. Chris Brenner working the cushion off turn number 4. He's got the lead. This time, new point man. Put the 9 car, the Toledo Rocket, out in front of this one. 8 laps to go. Edens finding everything he needs on the exit of turn 2 and down the backstretch to keep himself even. But right now, Chris Brenner just too strong off turn number 4, and it's just a matter of time as Heileman has gotten himself into the 3rd position, and Tim Smith is 4th. They are all trying to get around Edens. Chase down Chris Brenner. Skylar Brown in the 5th position. Tucker now back to 6th, and caution are on the speedway one more time. Rusty Kruger's car, I believe, this time. Oh, he and Tyler Hanselman trying to occupy the same space at the same time, and that never works out. And as you can see, the 5K car went right into the infield. So his night will be done. Lap number 51 going to be the new white flag. So I'm going to say about 7 laps to go probably. Six to go. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Shares, likes. Hope everybody's enjoying the show. Don't forget, as soon as this one's over, session number 2. Going to kick off probably about 10 to 12 minutes after session 1 ends. We will re-rack it, rework the track. You can see in this shot how dried out that track was getting through turns 3 and 4. Drivers almost having to tiptoe around these corners. Still going to be Brenner, Edens, Heileman, Smith, and Brown in the top 5 when we go back to green. 6 laps left in this one. James Eden in the Casey Kane Sim Racing sandwich right now. The Swindell Speed Labs car breaking up that party. Brenner holding him down, now on the throttle, and Edens was ready for that. And he is right on top of him into turns 1 and 2. Edens went right to the bottom. Brenner goes back to the top. Brenner just struggling to find exit speed. Off of turn 2, he's got all he needs in 3 and 4, and this time Edens comes up in front of, but Brenner cuts underneath. And it's going to be the drag race down to turns 1 and 2. Brenner goes in on the bottom, slides it across to the top side. Does he have enough this time to keep it? No. Edens with the crossover extends out to about 4 car lengths, heading down into turns 3 and 4, and he's going to go protect the top side now. He knows where Brenner was getting all of his speed. He's going to go up there and cover the line for him. 4 laps to go. Tim Smith in third. Skylar Brown still fourth, and Kendall Tucker now in fifth. David Heileman has fallen out of that battle. So put Edens at the point. The Toledo Rocket second. Tim Smith in third. 3 to go this time by. Now the battle back on for the lead. Edens went to the bottom. Brenner goes to the top. Brenner's just struggling on that exit of 2, and it's not enough. James Edens running the slider line through 3 and 4, and he covers the exit line. Chris Brenner all over him again. 2 laps to go this time by. Best battle on the track right here. Now Brenner had the inside, and he still doesn't have enough grip up off the corner. Edens into 3 with about 4 car lengths. When they go in the corner, he's going to see the white flag this time off turn number 4. We'll be racing this one all the way back, and Brenner puts it in the fence. He's going to grab a hold of it, but he's going to fall deep in the field. Tim Smith into second. James Edens now clearly out in front. He's going to win this one coming off turn number 4. Checkered flag in the air. James Edens going to win session number 1. Tim Smith second. Skylar Brown going to come home in third. Tucker and Brenner rounding out the top 5. Remind these guys to bring them around on the front stretch properly, please.
Caution is out.
So we're going to get an opportunity to talk to our top 3 drivers. Ask them to take one more lap all the way around before they park, please. One more full lap until everybody else off, please. Ask those guys to clear so it doesn't mess up my order, please. That includes Mr. Silva, Mr. Verda. They're really screwing this up. It's kind of getting annoying. All right, so our top 3 are going to drive around here on the front stretch. Okay. So we'll bring these guys in. We'll chat with them. Edens is going to be heading in here in a second. Skylar Brown is in.
All right, man. Lights are back on the pace car. We're not going.
We'll get Skylar Brown in here real quick. He finishes in third. Oops. Well, maybe we won't because he left. There's Skylar. Scally, you got a copy?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I was getting ready to grab you, and you bolted on me, and I had to wait for you to come back here, buddy. Well, you come home third. Track looked pretty tricky out there, man. Talk to us about the race and talk to us about your third place finish tonight, bud.
Yeah, I started ninth. Yeah, it got pretty tricky there at the end. Actually, the whole race. I wasn't very good on the bottom. I don't run very many laps on the bottom here. I like to run the top, so I was running that, and it was getting. You had to be very disciplined, I guess you could say. You had to be easy on the gas and not get a little too anxious. It bit me a couple times. My car was a little messed up, but I don't think I would have had anything for the top, few guys there. Brenner hit the wall at the last lap, so I got third. But it seemed like the bottom 1 and 2 was coming in, and I wasn't going to try to hit that because I would have missed it completely. So I just stuck with the top and ended up third. So.
Yeah, looked like everybody was just searching for anything they could possibly find out there. But, man, you come home third. Congrats on that. Anybody you need to give a shout-out or a thank you to, and we'll let you get ready for session number 2.
Yeah, just you for doing all the guys at DOB for putting this on. I think it's one of the best, probably the best series to race at.
All right, Skyler, thank you, buddy. Good luck in the second show.
Thank you.
Third place finisher, Skyler Brown. Let's grab Mr. Tim Smith in here. Oh, my, that did not work out like I planned it. Yeah, we can't see his car. He's covered up just a little bit, but that's okay. We don't need to see Mr. Smith's car. We just want to talk to him for a minute. Got a copy, Mr. Tim Smith?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, you come home second. Talk to us about that run, that finish, and how you end up on the podium with us tonight.
It was a white-knuckle race for sure. Started really deep in the field. I think I was like, at one point after one of the cautions at the beginning, I was like 15th or something. I was like, oh, God, this is going to be a long night. But just slowly kept picking them off, slowly worked my way up, kept my nose clean, brought home a second place, took pole tonight, qualifying. So all in all, a pretty solid night.
Yeah, it looked like the track really went away. I mean, we were seeing dust in the fourth heat race. Was there really much left out there at all for that feature?
No, there wasn't. I really thought the track was going to be really topside dominant. The top was just so slick, getting into 1 and getting off of 2. Some guys, Chris was making it work. I don't know how. He's just an animal. But I couldn't go up there. 3 and 4 was still pretty good, but it was just super slick. It's the normal dirty old bastards racing. Really got to pedal the car and treat it like you got an egg over the gas pedal,
All right, man. Well, shout-outs, thank yous, and we'll let you get ready for session 2, bud.
Definitely all my teammates, KR, for all the support they give me. WickedCushion.com, Wicked Energy Gum, Casey Kane Racing, Factory Kane, Napa Auto Parts, everybody that supports the whole team. You guys for putting on the broadcast, and everybody gives a place to race. Appreciate it.
All right, congratulations on the finish. Look forward to talking to you here in session number 2 if we can.
Yep, thanks, buddy.
All right, that is second place Tim Smith, and now we're going to get, we're not going to get that guy. We don't want to talk to him. We're going to grab this guy right here, James Eatons. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, man, you come home with the win. You had a heck of a battle there with Mr. Brenner, and you ended up prevailing and bringing it home. Talk to us about the race, how you ended up on the top of the podium tonight.
Yeah, that was probably the most fun I've had at Williams Grove in a long time. Their track was really good. I committed to the bottom, and then I had to try something once he got around me up top. I knew he was beating me off 4 real bad, so I started sliding myself there, just trying to take his line away and kill his momentum a little bit, and it worked out.
Yeah, it looked like everything was just getting slicker and slicker, and really you guys started out with not a lot out there. I mean, how were you able to find any grip anywhere at all to get some of the drives, especially off the exit of turn 2 that you were getting?
I don't think I was ever more than 50% throttle off the corner there. That was probably the slickest Williams Grove I've been on ever, so it was just a lot of throttle control and patience.
All right, man. Well, you still come home with the win. I'm sure we're going to see you in session 2. Try to get the sweep. Give us your thank yous, your shout outs, and we'll let you get prepped up.
I just gotta thank the Speed Lab guys and you know, all the sponsors over there. You know, we're having a good week so far. So see if we can keep it going.
All right, man. Thank you for talking to us, and we look forward to talking to you again real soon, bud.
Thank you.
Your winner, session number 1, James Edens. Tim Smith came home second. Skylar Brown came home in third. That is going to wrap it up for us in session number 1. We are going to get ready for session number 2 here. Give us about 10 minutes, and we will be back. I promise to change the headers on this thing and get a couple other small issues figured out. But until then, thanks for tuning into this one, guys. Give us a few minutes. We'll be right back, like I said, session number 2. And if you can't join us for session number 2, thank you very much for being here. Join us tomorrow night for Wingless Wednesdays. The Wicked Energy Gum Northwest Focus Midget Series presented by Cognitive Warriors will kick off around 9 Eastern. And then the 360 Wingless Cars presented by Pawkins Custom Tailgate Games immediately following that. But we'd very much appreciate it if you stick around and tune in for session number 2. We will talk to you just shortly.